Once upon a time, in a small, quiet village, life moved slowly. The village had little houses with clay roofs, narrow dirt paths, and green fields that swayed in the gentle wind. Birds sang softly in the mornings, and children played near the river with laughter that echoed through the trees. In this peaceful village lived an old woman named Amina. She had soft, silver hair and kind eyes that shone like warm sunlight. Every day she would walk slowly through the village, greeting everyone with a gentle smile. Amina lived alone in a small, cozy house. Though her house was simple, it was full of love and memories. She had faced many hard times in her life, but she never lost hope. She believed that even in darkness, a little light could always be found. Every morning, she watered the tiny garden in front of her house. Flowers of all colors bloomed slowly under her care, just like the hope she kept in her heart. Villagers often saw her sitting quietly under the big old tree, humming soft songs that made everyone around her feel calm and safe. Amina's story teaches us that even when life feels hard and lonely, hope can make our hearts bloom like flowers in spring. One day, a young mother named Layla came to the village. She had a small baby in her arms and worried lines on her face. Her eyes looked tired and sad, as if her heart carried a heavy burden. Layla had moved to the village because her husband had gone far away to find work, and she struggled to take care of her baby alone. Some days there was not enough food and she felt very lonely. She often sat by the river, holding her baby tightly, and whispered, "I don't know what to do. How will we survive?" The villagers noticed her sadness, but everyone was busy with their own work. Layla felt small and helpless, as if the world had forgotten her. Every night she cried softly in the dark, wishing for a little hope to brighten her days. One morning, Amina noticed Layla sitting by the river, looking sad. She walked slowly to her and said in a soft, warm voice, "Why do you look so sad, child?" Layla looked up and explained all her worries. Amina listened carefully, nodding her head. Then she smiled gently and said, "Let me tell you a story," she began. "Many years ago," Amina said, "I had a small garden just like this village. One season, a big storm destroyed all my flowers. I felt sad and thought my garden would never bloom again. But I didn't give up. Every day I planted new seeds and watered them with care. Slowly, the flowers grew back, more beautiful than before." She touched Layla's hand and said, "Life is like a garden. Sometimes storms come and make us sad. But if we keep hope in our hearts, even small steps can bring back happiness. You are not alone and your life can bloom again." Layla listened quietly. The soft words of the old woman felt like sunlight warming her tired heart. For the first time in many days, she felt a little hope. After listening to Amina's story, Layla decided to try something new. She took a deep breath and whispered to herself, "I will not give up. I can make things better little by little." The next day, Layla started to smile more at her baby. She began planting a few seeds near her small house, just like Amina's garden. Every morning, she watered them and spoke softly to the tiny plants. She also walked around the village, greeting neighbors and asking for small advice. Slowly, she felt lighter inside. Even when there were still hard days, she reminded herself, like the flowers, we can grow again. Little by little, Layla's heart felt stronger. She learned that hope grows when we take small, kind steps even in sadness. Weeks passed, and slowly, good things began to happen for Layla. The small seeds she planted grew into bright, colorful flowers. Her baby laughed more often, and the villagers started to smile at her warmly. Layla even received help from a kind neighbor who shared food and advice. Life was still simple, but now her heart felt full of hope and happiness. She realized that even small efforts could bring big changes. One evening, she sat under the old tree with Amina, holding her baby and smiling. "Thank you," she whispered softly. "You showed me that hope can bloom, even in the hardest times." Amina smiled and said gently, "Remember, child, hope is like a seed. With care and patience, it will always grow." From that day, Layla never gave up, and her life slowly became brighter. She learned that no matter how dark things seem, hope can always lead us to better days. Life is never without challenges, but hope can light the darkest path. Even small acts of courage, kindness, and patience can bring big changes. Always believe in yourself, care for others, and never give up even when things seem hard. Like a tiny seed that grows into a beautiful flower, hope and positivity can make life bloom again. Asterisk.